And we truly believe that if you come in and you've never had a job before, you've never been in the service industry before, and this is your first experience, that we will get you there. As long as you're willing to learn, as long as you're excited, as long as you're fun, that we will give you the training that you need.
What are some of the challenges of being in charge of human resources at the Great Escape?
I think the biggest challenge really is, especially this time of year and with the winter that we've had, is the short window in which we have to hire 1,500 seasonal team members. When the snow is around for a little bit longer every winter and sneaks into the spring, that window closes for us. People don't necessarily think about obtaining a summer job when the snow is still around. So that makes it a little bit more challenging. So we really need to make sure that we are using every possible resource that we can, and that includes using digital platforms and new technologies in order to engage and attain those team members that may want to use their phone and only text or only use social media. So we've started some new strategies.
It must be difficult because you're dealing with so many people for whom this is their first job, first real job. And so they don't really know how they're supposed to act and what they're supposed to say. Yeah. And they're probably very nervous.
Sure.
How do you manage that?
So I think the most important thing is that we have systems and processes in place that make it really easy for a first-time job seeker to become experienced, to get the training that they need. We have world-class training at the Great Escape.
And then what about turnover? What kind of percentage do you see throughout the season? What are some of the biggest reasons why you lose staff?
The biggest challenge that we see is making sure that we stay flexible for our team. And you and I were talking before about how a teenager nowadays is a little bit different than they used to be. They maybe have 2 or 3 different jobs, and they may work 1 day a week or 2 days a week because they have theater camps, they have sports, they have summer school, they have extracurricular programs. We need to make sure that we stay flexible. So we really try to train our staff, to train our supervisors, and to put in systems in place that can provide a flexible work. So if you want to work 1 day a week and it just might be Monday afternoons, we're going to provide that for you. Wow. But I think that sometimes if it doesn't meet exactly their needs, that might be a reason why folks turn over the course of the summer.
Who are your biggest competitors in finding these employees, these seasonal workers locally?
Sure. Well, first I like to think that we're absolutely the employer of choice in the area, and we strive every day to make that happen. Having said that, there are obviously in a tourist area, in a resort area, there are plenty of other competitors, but I don't think that many of those places have the same opportunities that we do, both from a career standpoint, if you want to start as a 14-year-old and make your way to be a park president or to a senior vice president, as many of our Six Flags folks have. Also, they don't have the corporate support, and they don't have the training that we have. I love the experience of having a new employee who maybe, like you said, is nervous or is worried about their first job or maybe is just entering. It's their first time they put in an application, and training them how to do something new and recognizing when they do. And then watching that person develop into a lead and then a supervisor and then go to full-time. We have folks who started as a member of my HR team, who started as a seasonal ride operator and now is a full-time human resources supervisor. That's a great experience for any leader to watch a team member grow.